I'm Jean Stoffer, and I'm a designer that specializes in kitchens. I want to thank you all for sending in your questions about remodeling, and let's get started with the next episode of Design Hotline with Jean. We polled on Instagram to find out what your burning questions about renovation were, and we thought we'd go over them today. Okay, what kitchen design trend do you think will look most dated by 2035, so like 10 years from now? I think what it is our move towards brown and wood tones. There's not a lot of contrast between the tones. I would approach this because I do love like a brown stained wood floor, love it. But I would bring some contrast in the room and bring some painted cabinetry on top of the wood floor and maybe put some wood stained cabinetry in an area of the kitchen, but just not the entire area. How much is too much to put into a renovation? Do you worry about resale value? I worry about resale value, but I also like to think about how is this going to change the quality of my life? And I think about it kind of like a vacation. Do I think about a vacation with resale value? That's going to change the quality of my life. It's going to be enjoyable and memorable. Maybe you won't get every dime out of your renovation, but you will have enjoyed your home. It will have worked well for you and your family. And so, like a vacation, it was worth it. What are some countertop recommendations for a small budget that still look nice? Well, my go-to all the time when I am looking for a budget-friendly, beautiful countertop solution is wood. Now, you don't necessarily want to use this in your most high-traffic areas like around a sink or a stove, but other areas of the kitchen or other areas of the house, a wood countertop is a fabulous solution that looks great and is budget-friendly. What are the top factors that help you determine a renovation budget? Budget's a big deal, and it's really driven by three major things. First is size of the project. That's always a big thing. Complexity is another thing. How many roof lines? How many ins and outs? And the third thing is the level of finish. So do we want something from Home Depot or do we want something completely custom? So size, complexity, and level of finish. What are your thoughts on adding maple floors in a kitchen to match the original flooring in the rest of the home? I love to keep as many good old things in a house as humanly possible. Sometimes it doesn't work. I can have a couple examples of that in my own life, but generally speaking, floors are a great place to consider keeping them and weaving in the old. The trick though is to resand everything and then stain it all the same color. Oftentimes you might have to go with a darker color so that you hide or mask the difference between the old and new. And that's a little hard with maple because maple's a hard wood to stain. It really works with woods like oak and walnut though. I'm renovating my house. Any tips on how to improve flow? Yes. I would say pay attention to your aisle widths. I love having 4-foot wide aisles. This improves flow so much. I also apply these wider aisle ideas to hallways. And one thing to really think about is to improve flow, minimize as many hallways as possible. And you can do this if you just maybe go from room to room instead of hallways between rooms. Another thing to really think about is when you're laying things out, make sure that you put furniture in the room layouts. Indicate where doors are going to be. Often, the door placement in a room makes a huge difference in flow. Can you walk through the pros and cons of doing a home renovation all at once versus breaking it up into phases? This is really important. Most of my life, I did my own personal renovation projects in phases because I couldn't afford to live in a different place while my house was being worked on, and I couldn't afford to do an entire house all at the same time. So there's a lot of merits to doing one project at a time, phasing them into a house. Now I'm at the stage of life where I don't want to live in a construction zone, and thankfully I don't have to, budget-wise. It is cost effective to do an entire project at once if you can afford it all at once. What are your thoughts on living in a space while you're renovating it? First of all, especially if it's a kitchen, set up a temporary kitchen. Your contractor can do this. It is worth the price that it takes. So it would be him setting up your dishwasher, your stove, refrigerator, and setting up a little countertop for you. It could be in your basement. It could be in your dining room. It is pretty amazing what a contractor can do for you, and it will improve your quality of life and your health dramatically. If integrated appliances aren't in the budget, which color would you recommend? By integrated, this means appliances that fit into the kitchen and then get a panel put on them that matches the cabinetry. If you went with the freestanding route, I think it should be stainless steel. It's timeless, it's trend-defying. There are so many manufacturers that make something that either is stainless steel or looks like stainless steel, so that would be my recommendation. How do you embrace a trend, all of its goodness, but make it still look good in 10 years? And let's take today's trend, which I see as being pattern on pattern on pattern. I love pattern. So let's embrace pattern, but let's do it in a way that in 10 years we do not mind switching it out. So that would be like a lampshade, pillows, even rugs can fit into that category, but something not super expensive to install that requires contractors and things to change out. Let's keep it subtle on the backgrounds and go all in for the trend on the things that are easy to switch out. Well, thanks so much for sending in all your questions about remodeling. And what I'd love you to do is tell me what you think would be an interesting topic for the next Design Hotline with Jean, or just questions. If you have specific questions, drop them into the comments. We really do use those, so we appreciate it. And as always, remember to like and subscribe and to share with your friends. Till next time, and thanks for joining me at Design Hotline with Jean.